Thank you so much for coming. This is Inzu ya Masaba office. Today we have an arrangement here who can hold a meeting here General Assembly Baruko Boreba Masaba Lunyowa under the reign of Mayaza Joram, the fourth Mukuka. We have been stopped by the security operatives, military, police, even after we had informed them and we were cleared by yesterday. Letters were given to RCC, DPC, another DPC industrial area, and the recommendations on that letter from the RCC had cleared us to go ahead with our arrangement. It's a cultural practice that we come together to plan for the season of circumcision this year. We are surprised the very people who cleared us today came here to stop us from conducting this meeting. So it's really a big question. We are also wondering the time when Bugisu had created his new entity different from Inzu ya Masaba. Ours was to restore Inzu ya Masaba and do our activities as they used to be from ever since they started in 2010. Therefore, what happened today is that we've been dispersed, or our members have been sent away. They never wanted us to conduct our meeting as a cultural institution. However, we still want to know if the government gives us directives and the very government stops us from conducting what we are supposed to do, does it mean they are forcing us to pay allegiance to Bugisu? It's against the law, the Act of Cultural Leaders and Tradition Act, that allegiance is not forced onto people. Here we are being forced to follow Bugisu, and yet the cultural institution we know is Inzu ya Masaba, as gazetted in 2010. We as Masaba, we all believe we are children of Masaba. Like our friends who in Uganda, they all believe their founding father is Kintu. So for us as Masaba, Masaba had 3 children. One is called Mwambu, nicknamed as Bugisu. Then the next one is Mubuya, and then the last born was Wanale. Now, Masaba came together and agreed that every lineage of those children of Masaba should have a reign of 5 years. It started with Wanale, and it was represented by Umukuka 1, Wilson Wamindi. He reigned 5 years, up to 2015, because we started in 2010. Now, from 2015 to 2020, we had Bobo Mshkori from the lineage of Mubuya. And then, from 2020, we are supposed to have another one to 2025. That's from Mwambu, who is nicknamed as Bugisu. Now, each of these lineages has a particular number of clans. Mwambu has 9 clans. Mwambu, when I say Mwambu, it's what you people know as Bugisu. Those are 9 clans. Then Mubuya has 10 clans. And then Wanale has 7 clans. When you put together, that's what you hear about the 26 clans. Now, when you call all of us that we are Bugisu, it means you are putting all of us under those 9 clans, which is not right. We have 26 clans for the entire Masaba. Now, they are oppressing, they are displacing people from Bugisu tribe, or the children of Mubuya and the children of Wanale are being displaced in this area. To prove our, if you call all of us to be Bugisu, that's not right. The word is we are all Masaba, but we are not all Bugisu. Now we are being forced to pay allegiance to Bugisu, and yet for us we don't come from Bugisu or Mwambu lineage. For us we come from Wanale, from Mubuya. So why should they force us there? We will still remain persisting following what the provisions of the law and the cultural provisions.
Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Inzu ya Masaba Cultural Institution, established in 2010 by the district councils of Mbale, Bududa, Manafa, and Stronko. And since then, it has been in existence under 2 cultural leaderships of Umukuka Wamimbi and Umukuka Mshkori. Thereafter, it moved to Mwambu clan, which presented competing leaders until that time has gone. But before that, leaders of the time one of them decided to create another cultural institution called Umukuga wa Bugisu. So we wrote to the government of Uganda, to the Solicitor General, and requested why they could have made such changes without consulting the community. The Solicitor General of Government of Uganda denied having initiated changes of the name and the system of cultural management in our community, and advised us to go and resolve it as the clan. So we sat with the elders as guided by the Solicitor General of Government of Uganda, and resolved to get a new cultural leader who is Umukuka 4. As we speak, he's in charge of Inzia Masaba, and we are conducting activities of cultural nature that include Imbalu, development, and of course running like it has been before. So whoever wants to run another cultural institution in the name of Umukuka wa Bugisu, let them find a coexistence avenue. But as far as we are concerned, they vacated the office of Inzia Masaba in terms of degazetting all the past leaders at their own version and re-gazetting Umukuga wa Bugisu, who we petitioned the courts of law. This is an assembly. It has representatives of the 26 clans, and those 26 clans resolve according to the aspirations of their clan meetings. And for that matter, we have agreed that we are going to hold Imbalu celebrations in Mtoto. We already have actually a plan which was commissioned on first. I think you saw people circumcising very peacefully, and it is that spirit that commands the cultural aspect. We are peaceful, and we don't encounter any contradiction with anyone. There is no law that stops the people to actually sit and manage their cultural affairs. And by the way, allegiance to a cultural leader by law is not by force. No one can force us to support their outfit, and if more so if they created without our consent. As far as we know, we have the 26 clans, we have the delegates, and we have governance, which involves the speaker, which involves the governing board, the culture council, and the cultural leader. Now this is a multi-dimensional organization. It's not a one-man organization where he fires and hires. No, at our level, as far as the aspirations of the community, Bamasaba, we desired to have a cultural after every 5 years under the Inzia Masaba Cultural Institution and as Umukuka of Inzia Masaba. Inzu means house. Masaba is our great-grandfather. It is believed that Mwambu and later Bugisu was one of the sons, and that we are brothers. There is no way one brother can overstep and undermine another brother's right. That's why we have been rotating, and the rotation is going to continue unintercepted. Why? Because we have people from Mwambu here, we have people from Wanare, and we have people from Mubuya, meaning they are in tandem. Because this is actually promotes unity within the community, and that's what we are up to. Thank you so much.
There's also a court order that it totally stopped any activity by Washaki, by Mayata, all that group, all their activities were frozen by court order 040 of 225. So the closure and eventual stoppage of the illegal activities in Mutoto is also premised on court guidance, as I said, through the court order, and the IGP through saying the cultural institution needs to be given the necessary security so that they are able to manage the cultural site in Mutoto. We want to bring to the attention of our people that a cultural institution, any cultural leader actually, with due respect, you can't hire. If you are working for a community and you begin hiring properties, rooms, you sit in a room, you are squeezing the umbrella, there is no even toilet. The health inspectors of the city are also concerned that it's not meeting safety and health standards envisaged within the city. So Umukuka cannot sit in such a place. Umukuka has an official place. We have three things we cannot dispute. What the lawyers in law, what they call axiomatic. It is a settled principle that the Umukuka of Bugisu, His Highness, Jude Mighty. It's like saying God. God is one. You cannot say there's another God. Even in the Bible, there are some other gods. Even Herod, I'm told, he wanted to call himself what? God. But we want to tell our people that the cultural leader is one. Just as the president is one, just as God is what? One. So anybody who is going to think that he's going to pick capital, gain popularity through such dubious ways, today the security leadership froze and closed the total offices. Such persons were advised to go and do other things. Plant, use the right to do the planting. That's the communication we can do. You know, that is an artificial organization. If we left Inzu Yamasaba, we left it where, isn't it? And went where? We're in Maluku, isn't it? So where we left the Inzu Yamasaba, where was it? Where was the Inzu Yamasaba? In any case, it is them who left Bukuka. Isn't it so? It is them who left Bukuka, because the seat of Bukuka is in Maluku, plot 1 to 3, Nagwere Road. So who left Maluku? Who left the Bukuka offices? The Bukuka offices in Maluku, that's where we are sitting. So for us, we have never left the cultural institution. So that one is a different matter. So really, members of the media, who left where? Who went where? You get that? When we are fighting wars in 220, all of you are part of that. We are in Mutoto. We are all scampering to reach Maluku. We eventually reached where? Maluku. So the people who left us and are now renting smaller rooms in Mutoto that were closed on health and security grounds are the people who left Bukuka. Not we who are in Bukuka. Isn't it so?